Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team around a double electric team here in general. We're going to have the Rotom-Wash in the back, which is basically the main Pokemon of this team. We have a Hyper Beam Electrode, which I already showcased on my Road to Glory account, which worked really well for me there. And yeah, we have the Talonflame in the lead, dealing with like potential grass types or bug types or anything like this. Or like fighter as well, like I thought before of using Macago in the lead, but then I would be a little bit too weak against fighting type users. Like this, I have two answers for water types in the back. And as well, like in general, you're gonna see a lot of times where the Rotom-Wash gonna just go through the entire team from my opponent. Because it does so much damage. Like you're gonna see here as well, Scolipede fully HP, like completely full. We go for one Thunderbolt, bye, gone. Macago comes in, it can farm me down, but we can still go for one Thunderbolt. Over half done. Next up we can still go for one Brave Bird, and even though this was not really an easy game for us, we're gonna be able to win this game and take this win with us. This was actually surprisingly strong. You always basically had some shield pressure with your Electrode against a lot of things, and you have a lot of shield pressure with this Pokemon as well. And like if shields are down, you have one shield, Rotom basically destroys the entire meta. I think there's not a single Pokemon that really wins against you via one shield advantage with Rotom. Like everything kinda dies from that thing. And here we can realign again. There were a lot of teams that used the like a triple confusion team. I think that was like a team from Velo or something. Doesn't really matter for me because they have usually a Slowpoke and not Slowpoke, Slowbro and Slowking in the back. I have two electric type in the back, so our team is perfectly fine against that. Here, Talonflame lead, we can go for one Brave Bird, we can swap out. He even let it go. I can just also like let it go, goes for a Brave Bird, totally fine for me. Goes into Machamp, so now we can yeah, if we went for this discharge there, we could have just easily farmed him down there. I tried to go for the Hyper Beam just to flex and just have some fun because I didn't take it serious. And this gonna cost me a lot here because he would be already dead basically at this point. I could have just farmed him all the way down now, but because we didn't go for the discharge, he can just KO me here. And I cannot really do anything about this. Goes to Psychic, KOs me. I can go for one Thunderbolt before it gets to another Psychic, but like this, we sadly won't be able to win this game anymore because there's a Wormadam in the back. We would have easily won this game if I just shielded, like yeah, or like if I just threw the move. I mean, with the discharge, I would have been so easy off there. I just needed some damage on the Machamp, but I just wanted to go for the flex with the Hyper Beam and just didn't work out. It's funny though, it's fine. That was one of our losses, and we went 17-7 with this on stream, which I would never expect from this team. I used it because I thought that would be a funny team to use and not because I was like, this is gonna be the next meta team. But it seems like way too good right now in the current meta. I don't know why, but I just loved the Rotom, to be honest. Like, I couldn't kid you not, like this Pokemon was so much fun to play with. It's like such a Pokemon that you would never really expect to work. And it is so good. It has some problems with this bulk, of course. This thing is very squishy, but if you can get it into the right matchups, you're gonna sweep your opponent anyway. You're a Slowbro, has to farm me down, doesn't work out. We can go for another Thunderbolt. We're gonna get to the Thunderbolt so fast with the Thundershock quick move. And like this, we can just Brave Bird the Wormadam down, and this is gonna be a good game. Next up, we're gonna have Talonflame against Crafty. Nicer you see it here. I don't really like to see it in the backline, so we're just gonna stay and go straight for the Flame Charge, even though maybe in hindsight I could have went for the Brave Bird here. But in general, you always should be able to get to the next move in time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And maybe he lets it go. He does let it go. I'm just gonna swap out. He has Talonflame in the back, and at this point I already knew I would win this game because Talonflame has no play against my backline. All the moves are resisted by Rotom. Most likely a Brave Bird still would do like 80%, but still, Rotom is the best boy. And we can go for one discharge here, put him low. We have already a shield advantage. I can let this cross poison go. I can go into my own Talonflame right now. I can try to farm down. Didn't work out, but what I can do right now is just go into my Rotom. I can Yeah, would have been able to farm him down there, but he just surrenders, which is totally fine for me. My opponent has a Warmer Dam there, and we have a triple confusion user again. I don't know how many people I faced with this, but way too many. But yeah, like those confusion teams are very easy to beat with this team. Yeah, I actually sometimes try to just go for the flex or the Hyper Beam, even though it doesn't make sense. But yeah, at least I would get a shield, I think. Yeah. I actually get like him to throw here, which is fine. I go throw on my own move, but I can just farm down. In comes the next confusion user. This team doesn't work really against mine at least. And even though it's Shadow, it should be fine here still. I get the last shield now. And I just have to get to one more Brave Bird, which I take like 2 moves. So like there's nothing he can do really. And he even allowed me to get an extra move through. So good game there. We just go for one Brave Bird. Bye-bye this thing. Goes for a move with the Ramadan, but he definitely doesn't have 2 moves, so I can just farm down. And this is gonna be it for this game. We're gonna have the next opponent here with Drillgun, and Drillgun is a core breaker for this team. We have a fire type, we have 2 electric types. What do we want to do against the Drillgun? And yeah, actually this Pokemon got way more common recently, which is crazy. But we're just gonna shield the Night Slash here. Shouldn't have shielded the first one. Sadly, because we don't have foul play, this matchup is a little bit worse, but we can still maybe farm him down now. Oh no, I think it doesn't KO me. Okay, I can go for the move. And we're gonna get rid of this Drillgun. My entire team is dead, but we still have, of course, our friend and our Rotom here. This Rotom, I tried to swap out there, as you saw there. I should have been able to swap out there. As the Rotom still has to sweep the entire opponent there. We're gonna go for one Thunderbolt, get the shield. And we're gonna be able to catch the move perfectly onto our Talonflame. He still has to throw another move here, and we put him low enough that we're gonna put him into like the range for one Thunderbolt. And we know, because he went for the Brave Bird before, that we're gonna be able to get to the next Thunderbolt in time, and our Rotom actually swept my opponent again in the back there. Rotom just does too much damage, just gets to the fast moves way too fast. The fast moves to the charge moves. It kind of feels like fast moves with that Pokemon, even though they're like super hard hitting charge moves. They're so fast. And we have another Drillgun against us. Isn't that nice? We'd like to see that. I just always take one move with the Talonflame. I just usually go for the bait move nowadays because they always shield anyway. And now we can go for the discharge. And we can go for, we see that he's already low, we can farm down. We have a shield advantage, we have switch advantage, we can go for Hyper Beam here. Nobody would ever shield a Hyper Beam, so bye-bye Scrafty. We can go into our Talonflame. I'm gonna shield a pup here. That was completely stupid, like I shouldn't have done this, but now I can farm down. He has his own Talonflame in the back, and you know what this means. We can go for one Brave Bird, and here's our Rotom. And my opponent surrenders. Nothing he can do anymore. Next up, we're gonna have a Weekly Tough coming into a Slowking. Usually, like if they have Slowking or anything coming in there, you should go into the Electrode instead of the Rotom. Main reason for this is Electrode always gonna be able to win switch damage, while if they double shield their Shadow, Slowking or Slowbro, you won't be able to get to 3 moves with the Rotom. So you always gonna want to go into the Electrode there. Here we had some lag, but it's fine. We can just shield this move and farm him down, so we have like 100 energy again. This is totally okay. We can go for one Flame Charge, okay, with this thing. And no matter what he has in the back, he doesn't really want to face my Brave Bird here. And it's another Shadow Bro, and we can just go into our Rotom and zap him down. Bye-bye, Thunderbolt gonna KO him, and Rotom gonna finish off this game again. Rotom is actually such a funny Pokemon. Gonna be interesting how the normal Rotom gonna be. Actually, something that I might take a look at. I don't think it's gonna be that good, but we have to see. I haven't actually looked at the normal Rotom yet. So, gonna be interesting. It's already in the game. It's already like the other forms in the game. But not in the code, I mean, but like not in the game. Actually, here we can go for one Hyper Beam. Does he want to shield this here? He doesn't, and he gonna go down there from the Hyper Beam, from the Electrode. Of course, Electrode is also not nice to face with this team, but we can deal with it. He goes to a Cross Poison with the Ariadas, and we can align our Pokemon perfectly. We're gonna go for one Thunderbolt here against the Alomomola. And you always gonna win this matchup. You don't even have to shield the Psychic here, unless it's like if he has 2 shields, he might win the matchup. If you don't have 2 shields or like whatever, because then the fast move damage is too much. But like this, we can just farm down, and this is gonna be a good game again. Yeah, those battles were also super fast. We have Electrode coming in here against the Slowbro. He stays in, he goes into the Medicham. Now we can go for the Hyper Beam immediately. It should only be a Power Punch, yep. And we can go for the Hyper Beam. Gonna do a lot of damage, gonna put him low enough that we can farm him down. I can take any move here anyway. I'm gonna take this. No, I'm gonna shield the Psychic because I need the shields now against the Slow Bro. Because it's a Shadow version, it's a way worse with my Rotom, and we might lose this match because this is actually not a good matchup. You see how much damage it did there? Oh, this was 2 confusions. I'm just gonna catch the move because I had to rely on my Talonflame. He knows that he can just let it go. I have to see what he has in the bag, and we're gonna see that he has another Slow King now in the back. I don't understand people who run ABA teams because they basically lose immediately when the lead is bad. But I guess for some people this works. It would be never something that I want to run. Yeah, my opponent started a little bit late, but we can take this. We just take those wins. And we can go for the Flame Charge, get the Ariados already. Goes into a Sea King. We go for the Brave Bird, getting a shield. We have 2 electric types in the bag. Looking good so far. And here's a Medicham coming in here right now, which we can do now is like if he goes for Psychic, we can shield, but he doesn't go for Psychic, he just goes for the Power Punch. And we can get his second shield here if he wants to shield, but he doesn't want to shield, so the Hyper Beam lands. He has to go for another move. This is gonna be the Power Punch again. We should be able to farm down at the same time as he farms me down. And we're just gonna go into the Rotom and try to finish off the Sea King here with our Thunderbolts. He can debuff me all he wants. Like, he doesn't get to 3 moves before I get to 2 moves. I generate energy faster than him, and there is nothing he can do in general. We just gonna go for 1 more Thunderbolt, and bye-bye, Sea King. Again, finishing off with the Rotom is so easy in this current meta. Like, having access to the water and electric types is really cool in general. You don't even have ground types in this meta in general, so like electric is very, very free to play. But even then, like, if you had a ground type against you, you would have still the water type move to KO that thing. Crossel is a little bit tricky, to be honest, but the thing is, here we can just go for a Discharge, and I think he let it go. Even if he didn't let it go, we put him low enough. But we have now a shield disadvantage, but we can now we try to get to the Brave Bird again, to the Hyper Beam again, which didn't work out, which is sad. And he has a Lickitung in the back. We would have lost anyway, I think. I should have went for the move, of course, but I think we would have lost anyway because this power was gonna destroy me. But yeah, I'm just gonna surrender at this point. Yeah, also I'm not like I should just throw the Discharge more often and not try to throw with the Hyper Beam, to be honest. But it's funny, okay. This thing is also a little bit tricky. I go for the bait here. Okay, I can farm down now, which is fine. Like, I just don't have to I have to shield once and I can just farm all the way down. There's nothing I can do anymore. And we see the Medicham coming in, which is also okay for me. I get the shield back here anyway. Like, he does not no shield this. We can go for another move. Getting the last shield as well here. Yep, and we're just gonna go into an Electrode. We're gonna be able to take 1 move. We put him already low enough for like 1 Thunderbolt, I think, from the Rotom. And he can go for all the Ice Punches he wants to. We're gonna survive this. And he's gonna get hit by this Hyper Beam. Bye-bye, Medicham. He doesn't survive this move anymore. And in comes the Wormadam. I'm just gonna go straight into my Rotom, and my Rotom gonna spin around and goes. Oh, he wanted to go for the Hydro Pump, but he just surrenders before he knew already this game is over. Again, how many Wormadam double confusion you guys do I have to face? Like, hello? Why does even a thing like you die immediately against this Crafty? And there are so many weaknesses for this. I don't know. I don't like this team. Here we go immediately, of course, for the Hyper Beam, no matter what comes in. Wormadam, it's resisted. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna go for the beam. Actually, does pretty much the same, I think, than a Discharge, so it doesn't really matter too much. We would have been able to get to 2 Discharges, but it is fine. We still have our Talonflame here. He let it go. We have the Rotom coming in. He can try to farm me down, but he already realizes that this won't help him. Coming in with the Slowbro again. So many Slowbros right now. I take this. I have my Electrode. And my Electrode can just farm you down. I'm just gonna shoot that Psychic. I don't think I had to, but I mean, I know I have a Slowbro with still some health and it can chunk the Medicham a little bit. I was hoping that he might think this is an Hyper Beam, which I guess he did. And we can go for another Discharge. So we're gonna put him low enough here to get a shield and put him like below half health, which seems to be a good position for me. He gets to move through. One Psychic doesn't KO me, not even slightly. He has the fish in the bag, and you know I don't like the fish, so I'm just gonna KO him with some Thunderbolts here. Actually, I don't think I really played Alomomola like in a team yet. I think I used it like once and then dropped the team because it was too lame for me. We can farm all the way down, we go for the Hydro Pump, and Rotom just gonna finish off or not. My opponent just surrenders. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video. This team was so much fun to play, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!